Saudi Aramco, pressure testing. Apply the following minimum safety requirements when conducting pressure testing of equipment or piping. Test preparation and equipment. 1. Obtain an approved test procedure, if required, prior to the test. Test procedures are not mandatory for pressure tests on household utilities, irrigation systems, and pneumatic leak tests on reinforcing pads per Saudi Aramco requirement. 2. Pressure test procedures must include safety instruction sheets, pressure test or hydrostatic test diagrams, and the test manifold arrangement. A blind list. Locations of check valves and air vents. Locations of lowest rated components that determine the test pressure. Relief valve and vacuum valve, if any, sizes and set pressures. Test medium, fluid, gas, additives, and location of filling points. Special support requirements of equipment piping being tested, safe clearance distances, and locations of barricades and warning signs. Pressure test sequence, intervals, duration of pressure increase, and points of inspection. Emergency response procedures. 3. Complete a checklist for pressure testing safely, CGI 2.102, before, during, and after the test. 4. Review all CHBs SDSs for all chemicals handled during pressure testing activities. 5. Locate relief valves on the systems to be tested, including near the test pump. Tag relief valves with the set pressure, valid test date, and the word test. 6. Remove or cast seal open all block valves installed on the inlet and outlet of relief valves. 7. Install vents at high points in the system to vent air gas while the system is being filled with the test liquid. Install drains to allow removal of test liquid when the test is finished. 8. Use 2 or more calibrated pressure gauges on the system under test. One must be located within eyesight of the pump operator. Verify that gauges have been calibrated within 30 days prior to the test. 9. Disconnect or blind equipment or piping that is not being pressure tested. 10. Install restraints to restrict movement of the piping and joints during the test. 11. Provide safety chains, or equivalent, on hoses connecting the test pumps to manifolds in order to prevent whipping in case a coupling becomes disconnected. 12. Test any pressure testing manifolds separately from other piping and to a pressure not less than 20% above the maximum test pressure to be applied on the system when the pressure test occurs. 13. Do not overload supports, vessels piping, and any foundations due to the weight of the test liquid. Consult with Saudi Aramco Consulting Services Department and provide temporary supports, if necessary, to ensure the system under test can withstand the weight of the test liquid. Conducting pressure tests. 1. Allow only personnel involved with the pressure test near the system at any time during the test. 2. Vent hazardous gases or vapors clear of any areas where personnel are working or possible ignition sources. 3. Do not leave test pumps unattended while in operation, unless they are isolated from the system. 4. Provide vent relief capacity to ensure vessels are not subject to vacuum during the draining of test fluid. 5. Keep test relief valves installed until the test liquid has been completely drained to prevent possible overpressure due to thermal expansion. 6. Raise pressure in a gradual and controlled manner. Use 10-minute holds at each pressure increase step to allow time for material to strain and for personnel to check for weaknesses and leaks. 7. Do not exceed pressures specified by Saudi Aramco requirements, CGI 2.102, until weaknesses have been repaired and leaks have been stopped. 8. Depressurize the system being tested before any work is performed to stop leaks or repair weaknesses, including the tightening of bolts. During a tightness test, bolts may be tightened if approved in the written procedure. 9. Do not depressurize the system by loosening bolts or fittings. 10. Obtain an approved written procedure per Saudi Aramco Engineering Procedure 327 for the disposal of pressure test liquids containing chemical additives.